face. Busting makes me feel good.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Blockbusting, the podcast where we love to hate the movies. I'm your host, Jay Light. Joining me today, my guest, comedian, podcaster, guy wearing a Patriots hat, Adam Connie.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. What are you doing with this accent?
Oh, I'm sorry. Every now and then I like to just see if I can have an accent. Would it be weird?
If you pull off an accent for the whole 30 minutes of this episode-ish, I would be impressed.
No, because there's all I know are greetings. Hello, and then oi, and then sup nigga. Those are my every accent. I just know the greetings.
Is oi the Australian oi or Jewish oi?
Both. I'm pretty sure there are Jews in Australia.
Maybe. I don't know. They shipped a lot of criminals over to Australia, and I don't know how many Jewish
Jews
criminals there were.
Criminals.
Oh boy.
So.
Okay, we're getting blogged about now. Perfect. Let's get on these fucking message boards, folks. We hate movies and we hate Jews. What are we talking about?
I don't hate Jewish criminals. I'm just acknowledging their existence. I'm just acknowledging that they exist. Come on.
I can't wait for things to get taken out of context. That's what the show is now all about. Hey,
I want to shout out your intro song.
Oh yeah,
music.
shout it out.
I love it. It's like the Ghostbusters song, but it's just properly taken and worked so that it's yours. I loved it. I love it.
And that's the thing, and I can't take credit for that. That does go to a remix master, Neil Cicierega. He did that. He's done a bunch of stuff. He was a big Flash animator way back in the day, back when I was first on the internet.
Yeah.
And I found that remix that he made. It's called Bustin'. It's a great remix. You should check it out. You should check out his other work too. I've never plugged it before because I don't know the guy.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just taking his work and crediting it in the credits of every episode. It's not like I'm like, oh yeah, no, I did that.
Oh, okay.
But
well, it's cool. I mean, that's the way you do it. I started producing music. I produced my own intro to my podcast, the Adamant Podcast.
Oh,
I produced a song to it. It's a song called Think, and then. Eventually, my brain was like, I think I can use that as the intro. And so that's
there
how
you go.
I did it.
Well, look at that. I'm glad you didn't produce the movie that we're talking about today, because this movie is fucking garbage.
Segue.
Madea's Big Happy Family.
What up?
The 11th film in the Tyler Perry's Madea. Oh, sorry, hold on. The 11th film in the Tyler Perry film franchise. I didn't realize that there were branching universes until I started reading this Wikipedia page. And the 6th in the Madea franchise. Tyler Perry's Medea's.
It's so hard to talk. It's
so hard to talk
your
about.
Your brain is like, are you really saying these words? Are you reading these words? Are you using me to communicate Tyler Perry stuff? That's what your brain is going to shut down.
Adam, why, besides, I mean, just tell me what you thought about this movie. Tell me why you picked Medea's Big Happy Family.
Because it's the worst movie ever. There's this one and then Superman 4. Those are the two worst movies ever, and this is why. When you ask me, I'm not a big movie hater guy. I'll just laugh. Last year, I don't hate movies that are bad. I hate movies that I hate, and then everybody else likes them. Last year, I hated The Foreigner, super hard, and then all
The Foreigner, was that the Jackie Chan movie?
Yeah.
Jackie Chan's version of Taken?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never saw that, but...
Yeah, it was Pierce Bronson and,
That's right. I knew there was a white guy in that, too, and I forgot who it was.
It was Pierce Bronson. I didn't even think, they were all Irish, but all their accents were horrible, and I never knew Pierce Bronson was Irish until I was like, his accent's horrible. They're like, he is Irish. I'm like, that's stupid. And then, but everybody loved it, so I'm not used to hating hateable movies. And, years ago, I had this podcast called Fun Times with Shitty Movies. And me and my buddy were just watching it. He was like, hey, let's watch Madea's Big Happy Family. And I've only seen one Tyler Perry movie. That was something about little girls. Daddy's Little Girls.
Tyler Perry's, hold on, Daddy's Little Girl?
Yeah,
oh, here it is, Daddy's
Idris
Little
Elba.
Girls. Yep, that's a 2007. Mm-hmm. Where is that in the Tyler Perry franchise? Oh, he's not even in this. This is one of the only 3 films directed by Tyler Perry that he does not appear in.
It's not a bad movie. It's not. It has a bunch of bad themes, but overall, it's not as bad. It's not. I saw it because my mother-in-law at the time, my ex-mother-in-law, was like, "Oh, you need to see it." She's white, and I'm like, "Oh, fine, let me just see this stupid movie." And then I saw it, and I was like, "God damn it, it's horrible." So for the podcast, I saw Medea's Big Happy Family, and it was the worst movie. It's like definitively why I hate Tyler Perry. Everything in it.
I mean, I have never seen any of the Tyler Perry movies at all. The closest I've come to seeing a Tyler Perry movie is watching Gone Girl.
Wait, Gone Girl. Oh, with him, he was in it. I heard he was in it.
He's good in it. He doesn't do a bad job in it.
He was Alex Cross. You know, he was James Patterson's recreation. But I won't see the movies with Tyler Perry in them.
This movie is so bad on so many different levels.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's...
Okay, let me ask you this. This is how bad it is.
Go for it.
I know that, like, past halfway through the second act and on, you laughed at a couple things.
Anywhere. Where's the second act break?
I don't even know. I'm just throwing out a timeline. Well, did you ever laugh in this movie?
Yes.
Okay, did you?
I did.
Did you immediately wonder if you were getting dumber?
No, because it's like... It's because I can see the framework of what's going on.
Right.
Like,
okay.
I understand, like, oh, yeah, okay, you got me. You got me. You pulled the trick. You pulled the magic trick of telling a joke, of making a joke happen.
Uh-huh.
But it's just, okay, what's the other, you didn't see any Madea movies before this.
No, I've never. This is my only one.
Okay.
When I saw it, I thought it was Big Medea's Family Reunion.
Yeah.
Or Medea's Big Family Reunion. But it's because we almost watched that one. But no, God forbid I ever watch 2 Tyler Perry movies.
And Medea's Family Reunion is actually far earlier in the Medea series.
Oh, really?
Which means that theoretically Tyler Perry...
got better?
It either got better or figured out the formula and is just replicating its awfulness over and over again.
He figured everything out while doing stage plays.
Mm-hmm.
And then started making movies from what he learned in stage plays. Like, he does not do anything healthy, good, Christ-like. So it's like everything he does is just an abomination of good.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about. I think, and I say this knowing, listeners, that the caveat is that neither of us have seen any other Madea movies besides this.
But we just saw them all.
We just saw exactly.
Right, like
I think we just saw every single one, and the Madea movies kind of follow, from what I can gather, a formula, which is there's religion involved tangentially for a little tiny bit.
Oh man,
there's crazy slapstick comedy that is based on people acting shitty.
Not shitty.
Totally, they're acting shitty.
We want to, let's read they're acting shittily. The acting is shitty. But the people are acting like horrible. Like, I just want you to change shitty to horrible.
They are acting like shitty people.
Yeah. Shitty people cut people. Like, and then there are horrible people who think they're funny, but they're not. They're actually horrible.
Yes. Actually, yeah. I mean, it's just, we're just circling the drain of shit at this point.
This movie is
a goddamn sewer.
I will watch it with my buddy, Richie Estrada. And halfway through the movie, more than halfway, he goes, nothing's funny and everything's painful. Like, it's just, like, I was like, yeah, you just nailed it. Like, the movie, okay, so let's start with the beginning. The first opening scene, you can't, there are like 5 opening scenes. Like, there are 5 scenes, and each one could have been the opening scene. Like, there's no story attached to any of them. Like, I can't even remember if Madea drives the car through the fast food restaurant. If that's the first scene or not.
No, that's like the 4th scene.
Okay, that's the first scene.
So Medea's the title character of this movie.
But she has nothing to do with the family.
She has nothing to do with the family. She just shows up. And the first thing we see,
literally, let's go get Madea.
She's fat and wants to go get breakfast.
Right.
That's the plot.
Oh, that's right. The movie opened up at the hospital.
The movie opens up at the hospital with, God bless her, Loretta Devine. Loretta Devine clearly doing Tyler Perry a favor by being in this movie.
I will go to my grave believing that she phoned this whole thing in. That she didn't care. That she was supposed to, like, God was supposed to heal her in the original script, and she was supposed to live. And then she said, no, let me die. I just want to die.
Yeah. So here's an interesting fact for those of you who have never seen any Tyler Perry movies or anything. They basically have always one, like, strong black woman actress who's, like, a well-known actress. You got Loretta Devine in this. Other movies feature people like Taraji P. Henson, Gabrielle Union. And Loretta Devine, I had really never seen any of her work until Carmichael Show, right?
Right. She was
Great on Carmichael
Do you know that
Show.
she's the only person without work after the Carmichael Show? David Allen Greer has Cool Kids. Rel has his show on Fox. The chick who the girlfriend
Tiffany Haddish?
No, Tiffany Haddish is doing movies.
Oh, and you're thinking the other one who's on the show with Damon Wayans Jr.
She's on, and then Loretta Devine's the only one without work right now.
I think maybe Loretta Devine is doing something somewhere in
major work. She might be on now. I'm gonna
She
say
might be working on a movie right now. I'm gonna take a look. I hope she's not working on another Tyler Perry movie.
It sucks because like black female actresses, they have to go your black male actors can say no to Tyler Perry.
Right.
You know, they kind of have to. There's no coming back from that. But black female actresses like Angela Bassett, Nia Long, they gotta he comes to knock and they gotta say yes.
Right.
You
Because
know?
Otherwise these movies are not legitimate.
No, it's not that they aren't legitimate. It's that that's the only work they're going to get offered. Like
I don't
black
know.
female actresses, they're not. No one's knocking down all their doors. Like Tiffany Haddish.
Not anymore.
Tiffany Haddish has 2 movies coming out. They're the same as black male actors. You know, it's like one guy's going to get all the roles. That's why not Dennis. I almost said Dennis Haysbert. Dennis Haysbert. But no, that's why Denzel has he's so overrated. Because he gets all the roles. He never gets challenged to audition or compete for a role.
Do you think this happened to Viola Davis? Because she's everywhere right now too.
No, I think
she's on all the dramatic.
I think I haven't seen Widows yet.
She's fine in Widows. She's definitely not the best part of Widows. She's totally fine.
How's
in Widows.
the movie? Is it good?
It's good.
Okay,
but it's not great.
Okay, yeah.
It's well made. It's well crafted. I enjoyed it. I would recommend it, but it's not gonna be, blowing the brakes off of things. It's fine. It's a good movie. It's well made. It's just not on another level.
Did you see Triple
especially
Nine?
coming from Steve McQueen?
Did you see 999?
I've never even heard of this movie.
Did you see Den of Thieves?
No.
Okay.
That 50 Cent. I was just talking about that with somebody else. This is a good heist movie. Quincy Jones. Shout out Quincy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now let's get back to...
So the problem is, right off the bat...
We don't know anything. There's no story set up.
The story setup is... Loretta Devine is being a straight man in a crazy world where her friend, Aunt Bam, is acting insane from the jump.
Yeah,
and trying to fuck her doctor.
Yeah.
And smoking weed in a hospital. And the doctor is just like,
but this is
funny.
This is Tyler Perry's constant caricature of black women.
Mm-hmm.
Like obese, loud, maybe hypersexualized, but goofy as fuck.
No, definitely hypersexualized.
Yeah, well, this one, I'm not
Her
quite
in
sure
particular,
if that plays.
yeah.
This I'm not sure if that plays into the stereotype, but definitely the obese, definitely the loud, overconfident.
Mm-hmm.
All of that's just spewing, and it goes on and on and on. To the horribly acting doctor, they just
keep cutting to the doctor. It feels like he's breaking character almost the entire time in that scene.
They should have just casted a white guy. So at least
they should have.
The only black people you see in Law and Order are always the judges. They should have done that with Tyler Perry. If it's a doctor, you just give it to the white guy. So he comes in, he's like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. What doctor leads with that?
I mean, if you have cancer that came back, I feel like that's probably
you think
good.
A doctor? I think you just want to get the word cancer out of his mouth as quick as possible.
You gotta couch it a little tiny bit.
I would just sneeze cancer. All right, I gotta go.
That's why you're not a doctor, Adam.
Hey, there's a whole bunch of other reasons. Most learning disabilities.
That's a good one. That's a good reason to not be a doctor. So Loretta Devine, the problem is, especially with casting someone who is a good actress and putting her in a role that is poorly written, is that I don't feel bad for her. The crux of this movie, and we haven't even talked about this yet, just because the plot is so minor. It's almost non-existent.
Yeah.
The whole plot of this movie is Loretta Devine's character has her cancer come back out of remission, and she is trying to get her family together for one big family dinner
so she can
tell them that she has cancer. And Loretta Devine as a character, and I'm gonna, you know what? Just because I have to, I cannot keep referring to her as Loretta Devine.
But see, you never not see you. That's
Shirley.
That's the whole thing of of a good actor is you stop seeing that actor and start seeing the character.
Right, but I never.
But the whole movie, you see Loretta Devine.
I see Loretta Devine phoning it in and being like, "Well, I need the paycheck."
Yeah,
and I can't separate. I'm just like, I feel bad. I felt bad watching this movie for every person in the movie. Everybody in this movie is being pushed to do something that they clearly don't want to do, except for maybe Bow Wow.
The credits. Oh God, we'll get to
Bow
them in a
Wow
second.
is like, this is my shot. This is my career pivot. I'm going to be a dramatic actor. I'm going to be a baby daddy who's dealing dope, and I go to jail, and everything's going to be cool. And no.
Bow Wow, every time, I wish they worked harder to hide that he's only 4'11".
I know.
Because every time he stood next to an adult, he was little Bow Wow again.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, this is so adorable. And he's a horrible actor.
Yeah.
It was just so piss poor. Like, he constantly was trying to recreate that Will Smith, "Why Doesn't My Dad Love Me" scene.
Mm-hmm.
And he just couldn't do it. And then there was this, he was trying to do his imitation of the black woman, and he couldn't do it. Like, he couldn't do anything. He was just bad all the way around.
So the thing about this movie, and I wish that I don't wish that I had more background on other Madea movies to see if they are all like this also.
They are. I mean, I only know that from I've seen the commercials.
Nobody in this movie acts realistically on almost any level. Surely.
And I'm so proud of you. Because most white people see these movies and be like, that's all it is. That's how the black families are. Like, that's...
I know it's not.
But you know I'm not lying. You know, like, that's a documentary to some white people.
Right. I guarantee it is. I guarantee it is to most white people.
Yeah. And sadly enough, that is a how do I go about acting, that behaving the rest of my life to a good amount of black people.
Do we think... Let me ask you this before we talk about how nothing in this movie makes any sense.
Yes, okay.
Do you think that, on average, more black people or white people are seeing the Madea and Tyler Perry movies? Where do you think it comes from?
I did this on my podcast. I broke it down.
Okay.
Numerically, the numbers-wise, it has to be a shit ton of white people. It's like Trump. Trump got elected, but nobody said they voted for him. Nickelback became famous, but nobody said they listened to him. Like, that's how Tyler Perry's, like, white people are going to see him, but not telling anybody. Because, systematically, black people do not have all the money to give to Tyler Perry. Like, I mean, we're 13% of the population, but then you've got to go through that 13% and weed out and find the people with expendable cash who want to go see him. Mm-hmm. This movie made $53 million.
54 million.
Oh,
Do you know how much this movie cost to make?
23? 25? 25, yeah.
20. Where does 25? How do you spend $25 million on this, Adam?
I don't know. Like, honestly, it was like they were selling. It was like
What
it was
sophisticated fat suit technology is Tyler Perry using $25 million on?
Well, you know, he got at least 50. He got at least 10 million. That's it was a trickle down. They started, the big numbers were at the top, and by the time they got to Loretta Devine, she got probably $50,000 for this movie.
God, I hope so. I hope she got at least $1 million for doing this.
Yeah, I hope so.
At least $50,000 is nothing.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's like that's how it went all the way down. Bow Wow had to get like a sandwich.
At least.
Like, he was paid to scale. Like,
he got paid in milk bones.
Yeah. After everything was done, they're like, did you eat off the craft table? And he was like, yeah. I was like, that's your pay. All right, that was it. Because it was just bad. What I did like was the chick who played the baby's mama was like, bang.
You liked that?
It was funny to me.
Why?
Because I kept pretending that was the only stupid part of the movie whenever she did that. Because that was the only unbelievable part. Like, if you put that in... Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Like, in any other movie, that character would have been... If that character was in Friday, she would have been funny. Okay? Like, that's basically Tiffany Haddish. That's basically Tiffany Haddish.
Did you just call her Haddish?
How did you say her last name?
Haddish. You were saying it right earlier on the show.
Sorry.
Adam.
No, you said it right. I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I always thought it was Haddish.
No, it's Haddish.
Well, it was her. It was basically her character in the Carmichael show. Like, all of these were recycled. And then, so now we're sticking with how the movie doesn't make sense.
So the movie doesn't make sense. First of all, before anything even goes, she is too afraid to call her family herself. She makes an insane woman who just smoked weed in a bathroom and tried to get a doctor to fuck her in a hospital.
And this is 2011, mind you. Like
Right.
this is just brazenly smoking weed in public.
Right, we don't know what state this takes place in.
It doesn't matter. None of them would have stood by this.
So she is like, I can't call my own family and tell them, hey, I need you to come and hang out and have dinner.
In her defense,
I
her
have
family's
cancer.
horrible. Her family is horrible.
Her only one person in her family is really horrible.
The attractive daughter.
The daughter, Shannon Kane, is
Okay.
Kimberly. Kimberly is a bitch.
But then her middle daughter, her middle child or whatever. Oh, matter of fact, we find out she only has.
Yeah, she only has 2 kids.
Yeah, we'll
This
get there.
Let's get so. This is the third part of the triangle of the Tyler Perry pyramid scheme is crazy melodramatic moments. So the cancer shows up, and all of a sudden, Loretta Devine can't call her family,
right.
and so she convinces Aunt Bam to bring them all in, and then they all show up. And you know what would happen in a realistic scene in this movie? Hey, before we have dinner together, if something is going wrong where everybody's like, why did you call me here? I'm going to leave. You drop the cancer bomb then.
Yeah, because that was it. Everybody showed up in like 15 minutes after everybody's there. They're all leaving.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can't, and you're not going to, that's what, she didn't even reveal that she had cancer, I don't think, until
10 minutes before she died.
Dying.
Until she died.
Yeah.
Like, this cancer, it's about to kill me. This movie was so horrible, cancer didn't want to be in it.
Right.
Cancer passed on the role. Because, like, her whole, if you don't know what cancer is, but you watch this movie, you would think that it makes you tired and cough a little bit.
Right.
Because that was how.
All cancer makes you short of breath.
And yeah, you can't go downstairs and you will get tired. Because that was the whole thing. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And then she coughed like early in the movie, but that was it. Then she took chemo. Why would you take chemo if you're dying? Like, that isn't chemo to when there's hope for a cure.
When there's hope for a cure, yeah.
Yeah, but she was told terminal, blah blah blah. So chemo's not going to make you comfortable.
Right.
And relieve the pain. You smoke weed or take
something,
take
yeah.
painkillers. So then, like 2 days after that, she's dead. And the dying scene is so melodramatic. Is that the death scene?
Yeah.
You don't expect the movie to go back into comedy.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't. Like,
but this movie is all over the place tonally.
They couldn't figure out what it wanted to be. Like, is it a movie about a street kid that has a baby and trying to do the right thing? Is this a movie about a family? This is a movie about men who are oppressed by women.
It's a movie about men who are oppressed by women on one part. But there's also only partially, because it's also about gay panic.
Oh, wait.
There's a part where who's Mr. Brown? He's like, I don't want anybody sticking fingers in my ass.
Yeah, when he had to get the colostrum, yeah. Oh, and that's another thing that I don't like that Tyler Perry does so well. Black people don't know what stuff is. Like,
everybody's pronouncing things wrong the entire time.
Yes, and they're just like, he's like, oh, he was saying colostomy bag, and he's like, you can check my colostomy or whatever, and then opens his mouth, and then his daughter, who calls him Mr. Brown, what the
Right. We don't know.
Yeah.
I don't understand any of the relationships.
No.
This is stuff. There shouldn't be a Tyler Perry cinematic universe that we have to watch the movies in to understand the lore of this movie. This isn't the fucking Avengers.
Dude, I'm not a superhero person. So I watch the big movies. I pick it up from the movies. There's good exposition. I don't need to watch 7 more to find out who the white guy is in Black Panther.
Right.
Like, I pick it up.
You can figure it out.
Yeah, but with this, you gotta, you need cliff notes. And,
yeah. I had to look up while I was watching this movie, who are these people? And there's that's the thing. Tyler Perry has somehow managed to orchestrate a literal, gigantic universe that spans movies, TV, and stage plays.
Yes.
That you have to have seen a whole lot of in order to understand how any of it all links together, because they're all interconnected. Mm-hmm. And Medea's somehow in all of them, and she doesn't make sense to be in any of them, except for the first one, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, where she is actually somebody's grandma.
Man, I've totally forgot about that movie. I never saw it.
I never saw it either, but I had to look it up to understand why is Madea even in this.
Let's just talk about how Tyler Perry hates black women. He hates. I'm not sure if women, but it's definitely black women. Like
Tyler Perry definitely hates women.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry definitely hates women.
Yeah. And with this one is like you could tell like I hate this kind of woman, I hate this one kind of woman because the men were such victims,
right?
You know, and the women were so empowering. Like when one dude he was like, I want to see counseling. She goes, we ain't talking to nobody.
Right?
I was like, what's going on,
man? Okay, the part where they're finally at dinner, and even then they're still like not at dinner, and Loretta Devine still hasn't told anybody that she has cancer. This is 70 in the movie.
Yes, exactly.
There's 30 minutes left in this movie, and we still don't know that that Loretta Devine is dying of cancer, and we only have the youngest daughter because Bow Wow is also the illegitimate child. Also, we find out that the main character, she got raped, and that's why she's a bitch.
And then they just throw that away.
Throw it away.
They just throw it away.
Listen. Nobody wanted to tell everybody this.
This is at the funeral.
After the funeral.
After the funeral.
I almost said after party, but that's not right for a funeral. After the party at the hotel lobby. Madea is like, she's giving. Also, this movie is like definitely at least 20% inspirational speeches from Madea.
Yeah,
where she's just like, they pull their pants up, just like the worst kind of wait. Bill Cosby bullshit.
Oh yeah. Wait, did you by any chance watch it with subtitles?
No,
I did. They spelled everything like the way Madea says it.
So they spelled stuff Heller.
It was Heller. It was Monty. It was whatever she said. Stupid. Closed caption caught it.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's this portion at the very end of the movie where Madea is like, I didn't want to tell anybody this, and your mom didn't want to tell anybody this either, but I'm going to tell everybody this right now, including the children who are here. She got raped when she was 12, and guess what? You got to forgive him. And it's never spoken of
again,
ever, at all.
Well, no. The husband goes, "Why didn't you tell me?" And she goes, I didn't know how. And then he goes, I want to hold you. Can I hold you? And then she goes, please. And then it's all better.
But okay, so before this, there's the scene where where they're at dinner, and then the youngest daughter, the Tammy, that's her name. Sorry, I want to make sure I get this right. Tammy is arguing with her husband, which is a constant theme throughout the whole movie. And Madea, and she like runs away, and then the husband's like, I don't know what to do. And Medea's like, you got to be mean to your wife.
Yeah, she's like, go hit her. And so the dude goes in the kitchen and yells, woman, and almost in just worst acting way. Woman, I'm the man. You gonna stop yelling at my kid. You gonna stop being a woman. And you can just see it. The whole thing just says women like to be yelled at. And it's a horrible message to send to anybody.
It's such a terrible message.
Yeah, and I was just like, but Tyler Perry says, hey, this is what you do.
Right.
This is what you do.
Right.
And I just...
Because Medea's supposed to be this, like, hard-ass old woman, and she's like,
got the wisdom.
I'll beat you the old school.
She's got the wisdom. That's
wisdom.
What she would say wisdom. Yeah, and she was
this movie is derm as fur. This movie is sobered. I heard it. Why would you put me through this?
Dude, you asked me what movie I hated. And at first I said White Man's Burden.
Right.
But that wasn't that White Man's Burden. I don't like the movie, but I don't hate it. And I understand where it came from, and there's really no bad acting in it. It's just conceptually it doesn't carry over from 1995 to now. Mm-hmm. So if you saw it in 95, you just be like, you kind of be like, "Oh, wow, this is good." But now you just be like, "Really? This is how Hollywood spoke to people?"
Right.
But Medea's big happy family is hands down. You pick a part. You pick. It should have got every Razzie for 2011.
I didn't even get nominated for any Razzies. I don't think
because white people are afraid to not like Tyler Perry movies.
I guess.
You never hear anything bad. You never hear anything like. One day I just want like somebody to go, okay, this is the one. Tyler Perry is officially no more. But it's hard. They just give him because. He's honestly, if Tyler Perry doesn't make movies, Hollywood's not going to be able to sell movies to black people in February and August, and that's just what's going to happen.
I mean, this came out. This movie was released. It was in the box office for a while. Yeah. It got middling to average reviews, which is historically. I did the research. Mm-hmm. This is pretty much everything that Tyler Perry's movies do. Every once in a while.
Does it say what month it came out?
It came out in April.
Okay,
so you're off a little bit. That you're, I mean,
But it's right before summer blockbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's it. Like then he's gonna get a release, and he's gonna get a release about September, August, so August through October.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna look up right now what else came out that weekend. It's not a whole lot, you know. Like the number one movie at the box office that weekend was Rio.
The cartoon, yeah, he's not gonna go up against freaking Iron Man.
Then Medea's Big Happy Family. Mm-hmm. And then, here we go. This is interesting, and this kind of contradicts a little bit of what you said, but I think on the back end you're more accurate. Once again, the majority of Perry's audience was older African American women. This is just for opening weekend, mind you. Big Happy Family drew a crowd that was 81% African American, 72% female, and 69% over the age of 25. And those fans turned out in big happy numbers as the film posted the weekend's largest per theater average and received a superb A rating from CinemaScore graders.
Yeah, because you can't say honestly. That's like you have a friend who has a bad dog. Mm-hmm. Okay, but you don't tell them because they love that dog and they think that dog is perfect.
Right.
Tyler Perry is Hollywood's dog, and like you can't say anything wrong about it because that's Hollywood's dog. He's like Hollywood loves their little dog that makes them money, so you can't say anything bad about Hollywood's dog. And I'm sticking to this metaphor.
Yeah,
I'm sticking to it.
Here's what I wish: that Tyler Perry could make movies that didn't have to devolve into dumb caricatures, minstrelsy almost.
Yeah.
And he
doesn't know any other way.
You ever see an
old person? He's like an old white person who says colored. Like he doesn't know any better. He's just like, you just put it down. It's not gonna be good for society anymore. We need to put Tyler Perry down.
But the thing is, Tyler Perry is. I mean,
he's successful.
Seen Gone Girl. He's successful. He's a good actor.
I don't know that.
I do know that, having seen Gone Girl.
Okay.
Tyler Perry can fucking act.
Okay.
He can do it, but he is doing
this.
He's doing this instead.
Right.
And he's been doing it for so long, and he's made so much money doing it that he's never going to do anything else by himself.
He doesn't know how to. Like, that's what I'm trying to get the message out.
See,
this is what he knows how to. Okay,
that's what I think.
I don't think
he does. I don't think he doesn't know how to do it. I think he chooses to not do it.
Wait, you think you think he could do good, but he's like, why would I do that when I can do this?
Exactly.
No, I think he does not know how to do anything but this, and people pay him to do it. Hey, here's some money. Go do it. Here's $25 million. Go bring me my money back.
Let me say. I'm going to say this.
Go fetch me some profits, boy.
Let me say this. This is. I'm looking on Tyler Perry's Wikipedia page, and this is. Apparently, we're both wrong. This is a direct quote. This is under the acclaim section.
Okay.
Which I didn't even think there was going to be one on a Tyler Perry Wikipedia page.
He wrote it.
Perry's work has been praised by Oprah Winfrey, who joined Perry in promoting Lee Daniels' film Precious.
Yep.
She told an interviewer, "I think Perry grew up being raised by strong black women, and so much of what he does is really in celebration of that. I think that's what Madea really is. A compilation of all those strong black women that I know, and maybe you do too. And the reason it works is because people see themselves."
Okay, and here's what that was a quote from Oprah?
Yeah.
Yeah, why? I don't care. I'm not an Oprah fan, and now I'm just like, it's gonna be harder to make me an Oprah fan knowing that she said those words.
Knowing that Oprah likes Tyler Perry, because she's. I mean, this is the worst kind of it's just fawning, and it's completely wrong because it's not. It's so clear watching Tyler Perry's portrayal of Madea that it is not a celebration.
No, none of the characters are a celebration of black women or women. Period.
Just because you give somebody an inspirational speech doesn't make them a character worth celebrating.
See, but that's a staple in a lot of black movies. Is that speech moment, like that rah-rah, that second halftime rally cry. That's a staple. Because I don't know why we don't get the 90-second montage of growth. You know,
we get a 90-second montage of people being sad while someone's singing gospel music.
Yeah, the song "I'm Tired," like that was touching. Like I like that song. I didn't download it, but I still like that.
That's what we get.
But
though.
Still, it was crazy. And even as she was doing her flashbacks, she started flashing back to things where she wasn't. It was just really. I was like, you can't flash that back. You weren't there. And then another thing, just to point at the bad writing, as a writer and as a black person, I was offended by this movie. You could never tell whose house they were in.
No, you never could.
Unless they were at Medea's, because then Tyler Perry was playing the old Medea's husband?
Yeah.
Or brother?
Husband.
It was her husband.
Right.
Okay, who kept calling her a hoe.
Yeah.
1-800-CHOKE-A-HOE.
Yeah.
That guy was awesome. But other than that, I liked it. I like the old man. Like at some point, this movie beats you into liking at least a piece of it because you're watching the whole thing.
Right. I mean, here's what I'll say.
That joke
I did like the part where it goes literally for like maybe 4 or 5 minutes of the movie where Tyler Perry playing the husband is just roasting them for being fat and being in the kitchen.
That's what I was just about to say. When he did that kitchen, when he imitated the kitchen floor, I busted out laughing.
That's funny.
Yeah, but that was the only. It's like, and I trust that they did that by accident. But honestly, I think even that joke was played long. Mm-hmm. It just like every other joke, they just played it long, trying to eat up. Like the director never said cut; he just waved, "Go on, go on, go on." Because you're working for free. We're just gonna blah blah. One take. Yeah, it was a lot. I wonder if you could like go in there and get all the discarded takes and make a completely different movie.
You probably could.
Because a lot of these scenes were just disconnected pieces of different movies and just like joined together.
I wonder how much of Tyler Perry's filmmaking process is shooting extra stuff and then finding ways to just slot it into other movies.
Yep, exactly.
Because if he's got basically everything is always going to go back to. I mean, I looked it up. Medea's in a shitload of movies, obviously. Mm-hmm. Aunt Bam, after this movie, shows up in almost every single Tyler Perry Medea movie.
Meet the Browns.
The Browns.
Was it?
That was a TV. That was multiple TV series.
House
and
of
they
Pain.
show up in almost everything else too. I'm telling you, man, it's the Tyler Perry cinematic universe.
Yeah, no.
Marvel needs to look to Tyler Perry to figure out how to make a cinematic universe that works. DC. Pay attention to what Tyler Perry is doing.
So wait, did you just say that Marvel doesn't work as well as Tyler Perry's universe?
Nope. Marvel has not been around as long as Tyler Perry's cinematic universe because you know what Marvel did what Marvel can't do that Tyler Perry can? Make TV series that run for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, House of Pain ran for a while. Meet the Browns.
He's got a show on Oprah's network right now. He's got a ton. Tyler Perry has a ton of shows.
He just gave Jeffrey Owens. He just gave Jeffrey Owens a job.
This is a crazy. I can't believe.
I'm sorry. I need to spread the message. We need to get it out there that Tyler Perry is an evil person. I would almost said genius, but he's not.
No. I mean, I think he is.
He's not.
I think Tyler Perry is.
You're over. Oh, you're pissing me off by saying I think he's a genius. He's not.
No, I think
Kanye West is a genius. Tyler Perry is a guy somebody pays to do stuff.
Tyler Perry figured it out.
He didn't.
Yes, he did.
Oh my!
We're gonna have to agree to disagree on that.
No, we're gonna have to agree that we disagree. I hate people. Don't say we agree to disagree. That's stupid. We'll agree that we disagree.
Fine. Got to get into semantics.
I'm just so angry with you right now.
I'm so angry with you. You made me watch this movie.
This is the basis of your show. What did you think when you thought this? Oh, I'm going to see a bunch of shows that I like, but my guests don't.
No, sometimes it's going to be movies that are enjoyable to watch, and this movie is not enjoyable.
Okay, name the last movie on this show that was enjoyable for you to watch.
Waterworld. Waterworld is bad, but it's at least interesting.
No, this movie wasn't enjoyable.
This movie. You can see what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
this movie. It's anyway.
Oh yeah, so I'm 0 for 2 with giving you movies to watch.
Yeah,
because you came on my.
What was the other movie?
You came on my podcast and we watched Norbit.
That's right.
I love Norbit. And now Norbit looks like freaking Oscar worthy now, doesn't it?
I can see why Norbit got nominated for Oscars and that the no Madea movies have ever got nominated for Oscars. God.
So, yeah, no, and
just replace Tyler Perry with Eddie Murphy in all of his movies, and they will get better.
We could blame Eddie Murphy a little bit for Tyler Perry because Eddie Murphy showed that he's like, I mean, and when Eddie Murphy played all the characters, it was groundbreaking.
Right.
No one had done that.
Right.
But then Tyler Perry was like, that's 4 or 5 actors I don't have to pay.
Yep.
That's more money, more the $25 million I can keep for myself.
Yeah.
And so there it is. And then he gets money for it's just a cash cow, and. Stop giving that nigga money. That's all I feel.
This is, I mean, okay. We have, if we continue talking about this movie, we will never stop.
Nah.
So we have to cut it off here.
It's fine.
Adam.
Yeah.
You know what? At the end of the day, I appreciate that you opened my eyes to this world because I never would have chosen to watch a Madea movie on my own. And I'm glad that I have at least the context of what this whole world is about now. Mm-hmm. So thanks for that.
You're welcome.
At the end of the day.
You're welcome.
Is there a movie that you would recommend people watch? One of your favorite movies?
Bamboozled.
Bamboozled. You told me to watch this.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen any Spike Lee.
Bamboozled is one of my top 5 movies. It's a Spike Lee joint about just the kind of like about this type of movie, about this side of the industry where blacks are portrayed in a certain light for the money. And that's what Bamboozle's about. Michael Rappaport plays a great TV exec. Damon Wayans plays a great TV writer. You have a young Tommy Davidson and Savion Glover.
Oh wow.
Jada Pinkett's in it.
Okay.
The Roots are in it. It's a great movie. So Bamboozled is the movie I recommend.
Okay. Can't wait to watch that.
Yep.
And where can the listeners find your work? I know you got a great podcast, which I've been on.
Yeah, the Adamant Podcast. It's on iTunes, Stitcher, wherever podcasts are found. It is just me, going on about my thoughts and just talking about stuff like this. And you can find it on iTunes. The Adamant. So a lot of people say Adamant, but it's not. It's Adamant. It's like me, what I am. Mm-hmm. And let's see. And you can find me, Adam Connie Sr., Adam Connie SR, on everywhere. Just put that into Google and it'll say, hey, here he is. He's going to the bathroom in the Upper West Side right now. Because I let Google tag me so they could just tell everybody where I am immediately.
There you go.
No
We'll make sure
warrants.
everybody can come find you.
Just like little Bow Wow in this movie, how his baby's mom was able to find him everywhere he was. She just showed up.
Yeah.
Exactly where he was. He was
She
tagged.
knows
She had
exactly
him
where he
tagged.
is. She knows exactly when she shows up on Maury and that's the only thing that's on TV in the convenience store that he's in.
Maury Povich was in this movie. That's all. Just
Maury Povich got a good paycheck for this movie, I bet.
he got promotion. He got more viewers.
I mean, I love Maury. I would rather watch an episode of Maury than watch a Tyler Perry movie ever again.
Tyler Perry does more damage to the black community than Maury.
Strong words from Adam Connie. You can find me on the internet at Diet J on Twitter and Instagram, jlightcomedy.com for show dates. If you are in Dallas, I will be coming back to visit my folks and doing a show on December 21st at Noble Ray Brewing. That is going to be at 8 p.m. You can buy tickets on there's a link on my website for that, so check that out. And I don't have anything else to say after that. Just keep listening, subscribe, leave a rating. Go check out Adam's podcast. Check out the Adamant podcast as well. And thanks for watching, listening, whatever you're doing. You figured it out.
Is there a camera in here?
There is. The camera's right over there.
What?
Yeah.
All right. This whole time.
Dual setup, baby.
Yeah. I knew I didn't whip it out for a reason.
You did. This has been Blockbusting. Go see something good for a change.